at the Celsiuses or the Terra Lunas or these other things, I think you get into a lot of trouble when you try to financial engineer your way into super amazing, guaranteed permanent returns. The reality is, any human endeavor, whether it be a technological endeavor, a commodity endeavor, an intellectual endeavor, there's going to be ups and downs, there's going to be successes and failures, and there are no guarantees in that respect. Our industry is no different, and just because we're adding the word crypto doesn't in any way, shape, or form change the laws of financial physics, where in the absence of diversification, in the absence of deep research, in the absence of risk management, you'll see tremendous volatility and inevitably lots of winners and losers, much more biased towards the loser side. And our industry amplifies that because it's a new industry and there's exciting new things here. I've engaged a lot with lawmakers over the last month and a half, 2 months, and we've had very deep and detailed discussions. Senate hearings are coming, congressional inquiries are coming. There's a lot of interest in the legislative branch about the future of cryptocurrencies. And what's positive about that conversation is there's a wholesale acknowledgement amongst most reasonable politicians that crypto is here to stay. Markets go up, markets go down. Some people commit fraudulent behavior. But just like the traditional marketplaces and traditional technologies, that no way invalidates the fact that this is a revolutionary technology that has a lot of use and utility behind it that is fundamentally transformative. That said, rules need to be established. The game has to be kind of figured out because right now it's not working as well as it needs to. And so finally, the legislative branch is waking up to that, and something will come in the United States. And I believe that something will, like Sarbanes-Oxley or these other standards, ripple through the entire world, and regulations will be made in reflection of, contrast to, or a merger in some capacity with what the U.S. standards become. This bear market is a great opportunity. It's an opportunity for rivalries to be set aside. It's an opportunity for poaching to stop. It's an opportunity for the toxicity that we see amplified by social media and by community managers trying to gain points on people to fade away, and for us to collaborate on standards, on laws, on basic technology, research, these types of things. We have consistently reached out to many different organizations, from members of the Hyperledger groups, from Firefly to others, to create alliances like the UTXO Alliance, other cryptocurrencies like the Horizons and the Ergos of the world. And we have a great relationship across the board with many of the science coins, including Algorand. In many cases, people flow back and forth between the two organizations. And that will continue because we gain knowledge both ways through that collaboration. This is how it should be in a bear market. We should be building. We should be deeply considering the direction and point of what we do as an industry. We should be engaging and discussing things with people. And ultimately, we should be converging to a point where we can look back and say, we did something well. It is unreasonable to believe that self-custody is the only answer for every single person. What about the person who gets Alzheimer's? What about the person who dies suddenly? Your keys are lost. No estate planning, no inheritance. Solutions need to be built. The point of the industry isn't about stripping one philosophy away and replacing it with another. The point of the industry is to give people choice of what philosophy they want to be in. Do not deny people the right to self-custody, but also don't tell people who choose to do something differently that they have somehow committed a moral sin. It's a choice. We weren't given that choice before cryptocurrencies. We were told how the banking system works. We were told what level of economic agency and privacy and the nature of our identity. Now, for the first time ever, we have a say. It's a small window of time, and people will attempt to strip it from us if we don't, in this small window of time, solidify the rights that we're starting to give ourselves back. But the way to get there is to listen to the complaints. It's to listen to the concerns, the moral hazards, the things that are happening. These down days are great opportunities for those reflections. From our part, we're trying to solve fundamental questions. For example, we're very concerned about the notion of decentralization. To that end, we're going to bootstrap up a decentralization index and try to start measuring things just so we can start the conversation. It is my hope that that index eventually can become embedded at NIST or some standards body like that and be used as a common metric that people can score to demonstrate that their ecosystems have achieved certain milestones. We need definitions for throughput. We need a consumer protections bill of rights to clearly articulate the rules of the road.